Hey everyone. Today we are looking at a rather different video, I would say, because I'm getting the question a lot of times, or I've gotten the question a lot of times in the last couple of weeks and or months. How do you play FFBE on PC? Because for some people it doesn't work, and I do have a good idea why it's not working, and I'll show why it's not working in this video and how to make it work. So as you can see on the screen right now, there's two versions of FFBE on my Nox player. There are different Windows apps to do this. There's Mimo, there's BlueStacks, Nox. Those are the three most relevant ones and most or the best ones. I'm personally using Nox, but I wouldn't suggest using Nox. I'm not going to talk about why, because I don't really like political themes in this channel at all. And I don't want to delve deep into this. But if you were to ask me which emulator to use, I would suggest either using BlueStacks or Mimo, Mimu. And if you're willing to wait a couple of more months, Windows 11, which is releasing, I believe, at the end of the year or early next year, will have native Android app support, which is pretty cool. So I will definitely switch to Windows 11 and play FFBE on their emulator because it's supposed to be feeling like a real native Android app emulator, which is cool and should have all the features that you have on a phone. So I'm rather excited for this, especially hoping for good FFPE support as well, naturally and not like forced, but we'll see about that. Anyway, so downloading stuff is rather simple. You go to the Play Store and download FFPE, and that is the Google version. Now let's open up the Google version of the game first, just to show you what you can do and what you can't do on the Google version. And I feel like I need to update the Google version, but that's fine. I will just talk through over this. I should have updated my Google version of the game. I usually don't log in on the Google account because it's not working. And it was just briefly working for a few days. And then something broke again, and nobody can play on the Google version of the game anymore. On emulators, that is. On your phone, it's still all working perfectly fine. It's just that on emulators, for some reason, I don't know why, the game is not working. Now, that's the reason why so many people are having issues making FFPE work on an emulator on PC, because they are, which comes natural, using the Google Play version. You can play on that one. There are also a few differences between using the Google Play version of the game and the Amazon version. So those are the two options you have, generally speaking. And once we log into the game, I will show you there's only one real difference, and that is super crucial. And it's the lapis, because I also see this so often that people ask me, where are all your lapis? When I'm playing or doing trials and suddenly have 0 or 100 lapis on that account, when I had previously 200k on my Google version. Now, I am back at almost 30k. By the way, if you've followed my channel for a while, I was at 200k before I pulled for Sephiroth and Tifa. I was at 500 after all of those. So yeah, but I recuperated a lot. Lots of lapis were given out throughout the last 3 weeks. I also always buy the Fountain of Lapis, and I always buy the Adventure Pass. So those are the only real things I buy these days. I don't feel like spending more on the game. It's 25 euros if I'm not totally mistaken. It's 7 times 2 plus 12. It's 26 euros. That's totally fine, even for a student like me. So I don't mind spending 26 euros. I spend 18 euros on Netflix each month. So who am I to judge? It's fine, I guess. I can't just force myself to spend more than that on a game anymore. I used to when Luna Freya was released. I spent 100 euros on her 150 shard bundle, but that's not happening anymore after I got burned on Sephiroth. Oh, by the way, I did some math yesterday just out of curiosity. I had a 0.3 on banner rate when pulling for Sephiroth. If anyone wants to tell me again that was within variance, you are so wrong. Being on variance means 5 to 10% confidence interval, which would be 1.1 on banner rate to 0.9, but not 0.3%. Get off their horse. Anyway, so we are almost done logging in to the Google account, and you can do pretty much nothing on that account, really. You can collect stuff from your mailbox, you can pull on things, you can buy things. Obviously, buying always works. So as you can see, my expeditions are all back. So as you can see, all my lapis are back here, 30k. I actually reached 30k today, which is pretty cool. And that is pretty much it, right? So all of this perfectly works. You can collect stuff, you can do the expeditions like I am doing right now. Anything works but fighting. So I will just briefly start a fight, and what you will see happening, and that is probably happening to all of you, is that the game is going to crash. So that is the only thing that really doesn't work, and it's the most infuriating one, because I personally don't like having to use two versions of the game, because it has happened for me in the past that I collected lapis on the Amazon account and they were stuck on that account. And that is really infuriating when you do want all your lapis on one account. Please also note, if you are using a, say, iPhone, for example, currently, and play Ffbe on that iPhone, when you then switch to the PC emulator and want to use an Android version, all your lapis will be stuck on that iPhone version, because the lapis are always stuck to the store version of the game, meaning the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, or the Amazon App Store. So Apple users who want to switch to a PC emulator, keep in mind all your lapis will be gone. Same thing happens when you switch from an iPhone to a Samsung or any Android smartphone, and the other way around. Switching from Android smartphones to an iPhone also means you lose, quote unquote, all your lapis, because they will be stuck on that Android phone. So yeah, let's do an exemplary fight. Susu, let's go. And what you will see happening is that the game is going to crash. So I will just briefly pick a Celis, Luis's Celis. Let's depart. Game loads. And it crashed. So we can't play Ffpe on the Google version. This is what's always going to happen. You can re-log 1,000 times, not going to work. So what you have to do is you have to download the Amazon App Store. I will not open this because I don't want to leak any private information on the Amazon App Store. Bad idea, trust me. And you download Ffbe from there. You have that second icon and you log in just regularly on that one. So yeah, I would advise to use your actual Amazon account for this. Otherwise, you'd have two Amazon accounts. Handling two is kind of, I feel like it's kind of unnecessary, so I'm using my actual Amazon account for this. Makes tracking spending a little bit easier if you want to spend money on the game. I don't, like I said, anymore, other than using Fountain or Pass. But yeah. And if you want to spend, using the Amazon version is actually the smartest idea too, because the coins you can buy, I will show this, I can't actually show this really, the coins are cheaper and thus you spend less money in long term. But again, I don't want to incentivize spending on the game, because the game, I feel like the game has become rather dull and dumb, especially since premium banners. So don't spend on the game. Don't spend large sums on the game is what I'd like to put out. Spending 25 for Pass and Fountain is fine, I believe, totally fine. But more than that, I feel like it's a waste. So let's wait until the game logs us in, and we will start off with the battle in the mocking. I will finish this rather quickly and then we'll be back and I'll show you the difference, what's missing and what's still there on the Amazon version. Alright, that one loads rather quickly. Also, for some fun reason, if I try to full screen this, the recording stops. So I don't know what bug is going on, but so apologies for having my taskbar. Oh, oops, I did abort the battle, didn't I? Oh well, 50 energy down the drain. It's not like I have 2000 energy resource anyway. So yeah, again, sorry for the taskbar down here. I don't know what bug causes this to end the recording abruptly, but here we are. So let's restart the game or reload the game and hopefully we'll be able to show you what's missing. Come on. Also, apologies for not bringing out that many videos throughout the last 2 weeks. I wasn't really feeling Ffbe lately. Sephiroth really took a toll on me, right? I think you guys have noticed that I am still pretty down on what happened. And yeah, I'm just not having a good time right now playing the game. I do have a lot of personal stuff also lining up. That's wearing me down a bit. So I'm not feeling like really playing games right now. Just do the most necessary stuff such as Clash of Wills, which also really infuriated me, spending so many attempts on that stupid cap when I realized, well, I could just use the Dane and do this first try. But yeah. So for the next Clash of Wills, I am hopefully clearing it A faster and B with less stress, pain and depression, and I'll be able to do more clear videos on the third Clash of Wills. One thing about iPhones I will say though, the game loads a lot faster on an iPhone. Alright, so we're back. As you can see, my lapis count, and that is the most important difference here, my lapis count is back to 100, because that is what I do have on the Amazon version of the game. So that is the most important thing you have to keep in mind, meaning all that is in a mail, which is also lapis as you can see, you should not collect this on the Amazon version unless you truly want to play exclusively on the Amazon version of the game. That is your choice, I wouldn't do it, but everything else is literally the same. So you still have the same units, nothing changed, you still have the same banners, etc. Nothing's changed. The only thing that changes sometimes, I should say, are prices. Like, well, there's no good example here, or there is actually. The Surgeon's General Bronze Chest, I believe, is $3.99 on the Google version. It's $3.52 on this one. There is also the case of the $99.99 bundle, which costs 108 euros on the Amazon version. This sounds more expensive on paper. However, keep in mind that with Amazon coins, you're getting a rather big discount. If you're buying the greatest Amazon coined bundle, which is 10,000 coins, I believe, you are saving rather 20% on the total cost. You're getting, it costs 400, but it's worth 500. So that's a rather high discount and you make up for it in the price a little bit. So if you want to spend, the Amazon version is actually the best one to do this because the prices are generally lower, such as the Daily Iron Chest, for example. It's 99 cents. On the Google Play version, it's 12 cents cheaper on here. So yeah, those are the only real difference. Anything else unchanged, but you can still do battles, obviously. So just to prove that point, here's a battle, the one that we tried doing just now. I wasted 50 energy, but again, don't really care about that. Oops, I do want to bring a friend though. I need some more currency. And voila, it loads up easily and we can just fight this battle. There we go. Oh. Well, I'm just gonna board this because I don't have I don't have the repeat button set up for this, so I don't care about the 50 energy loss. So yeah, that is pretty much the only difference between Google and Amazon. So if you want to play Ffbe on an emulator, you have to download the Amazon App Store version, play it on the Amazon App Store. But keep in mind, you lose all your lapis because the lapis is exclusive to your Google version or the store version you originally play on, meaning Apple App Store, Google Play, or Amazon. I hope this cleared up all the confusion. Thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful to you guys who still have troubles making Ffbe work on an emulator, and we'll see each other at the very, very latest on Thursday. Now, because I haven't done much videos in the last 2 weeks, I might do a Tuesday news day video this week or next week. We'll see. Depends on how much stuff I have to do next week, but I probably might do it just so you guys have a little bit more content to watch. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice rest of the Sunday morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're from. See ya either Tuesday or Thursday. Bye bye.